Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. Ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. Salamat po. Late ako kasi ang Pasig hindi ako makalantsa. I commute lantsa. Mababa yung tubig to go around. The Executive Secretary, Salvador Medialdea, and other members of the Cabinet, officials and members of the National Commission for Culture and Arts, led by Chairman Arsenio Nick Desaso. Please, Zaso. Others, the winners of the 12th Ang Dangal Awards, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Alam mo, matinda na mahirap magbasa ha, medyo distance yan. Hindi masyado malapit, ilapit mo dodoble, ilayo mo, wala ka nang makita. 74 na po ako. I am pleased to join the artistic community in the Philippines as we honor the distinguished Filipino artists who have won global recognition in the various fields of arts and culture in the previous year. Our awareness today represents the best of what the Filipino can be and what the arts can do to uplift the whole nation through talent, vision, and excellence. Our rich culture and arts reflect and define the Filipinos' people's national identity and the values which are vital to nation building. In this 12th annay ng Dangal, 52 awardees will be honored, including the dancers, the singers, the musicians, the literary writers, film directors, and performers of architectural and visual arts and designers, including the multidisciplinary artists. The whole nation listening now is grateful for your achievements. You have made us very proud to be Filipino. You did not only put the Philippines on the world map, but also contributed to greater understanding, respect, appreciation of cultural diversity. The Filipino narrative that you creatively portray in your artistic expressions reflects the indomitable spirit of our people and the glorious history of our nation. I thus enjoin each one of you to continuously promote Filipino cultural heritage here and abroad. I also want to extend my welcome and congratulations to the new Board of Commissioners of the NCCA and its Executive Council members. I am confident that you will continuously demonstrate your voluntary support for the further development of Philippine culture and arts and the preservation of the Filipino heritage. May you continue to uphold Filipino values and continuously work towards the development of Filipino culture and the arts, which is vital to the creation of and enlightened nation. Bago ako magsingit lang ako. Likewise, over and above all these things, values down from generations to generations. We are all concentrated to uphold the dignity of the Filipino people. I'd like now for the first time discuss with you the reason why I withdrew from the visiting forces agreement. Well, every day in the newspapers and in the halls of the Senate of the United States, we were being portrayed as a republic incapable of administering simple justice. Araw-araw yan, and sad to say, the other political party used it at sumakay itong left. And they were able to penetrate, some of them already employed in the U.S. Congress as employees. Maybe those who are really permanent residents there, leaning to the left. But when the Senate, I don't know if it was the appropriation or whatever, placed in the kulatilia doon sa mga aid na ibigay na tayo being portrayed as capable of investigating extrajudicial killings, but most of all, we were pictured to have persecuted, not prosecuted, persecuted and committed a grave injustice to a certain person. I'm referring to Dilima. On my oath of office, I never tinkered with it. That's not my style. Because ako po prosecutor. And I know the pitfalls of really tinkering with justice. I have been a trial prosecutor for 9 years before I became a vice mayor then. In 1998, tuloy-tuloy na po ako. At with a little sense of pride, sabihin ko sa inyo, hindi ako natalo ng election. But more than that, you were all present and it was evolving. At alaman niya, and you could even just in the early days say whether it was really a good case or not. Alam mo, they were demanding that we release Dilima. Ano kasi Dilima, dumaan ang investigasyon. And the investigation was even brought forth to the Supreme Court to decide whether or not everything was in order. And the Supreme Court said it is. Ang problema nitong Amerikano, they kept on hammering and demanding the release and then threatening na yung mga Filipino officials in government who were one way or another connected with the case, whether as an investigator or as a prosecutor, and even the Supreme Court, which rendered an opinion on a certain point of the case. Lahat, hindi naman sinabi, not in so many words, but said that they will cancel or deny entry. Ako naman bilang isang presidente, yung kay set aside kay De Lima, kasi on my oath of office, totoo yan. Itong extrajudicial killing, sinasabi nila noon 30, then 70, now it's 27. They do not have the accurate numbers. But let me unburden your heart. Ako yun. Ako yun. I take full legal responsibility. And if there's somebody who will be executed or put in prison, ako yun. Ang mga pulis, pati military, hindi yan kasali. In the ladder of authority, I am their commander-in-chief at sinagot ko lahat yan. But let me just state the basis. Yung ano lang, bakit yun? Kayabangan? Do I have to do it? Presidente na, ano? When I was mayor, I was administering the affairs of the city. What more could I ask from God that dagdagan ko pa ng kayabangan? Alam mo ho, it was a matter of a call to duty. Kasi po, binabaha na tayo ng droga. And sometime during the term of Mr. Marcos, Secretary Alunan, who was in the DILG, went to the States. He was called by the DEA, and that's the Drugs Enforcement Agency of the United States. Sinabi sa kanya, your country is about to fall apart with drugs. Alam nila na yung mga mayor, yung namatay na mga mayor, your country is going narco-politics in a few years. Buhay yan si Alunan. Tanungin niyo kung siya ang nagpatawag kaming lahat ng mayors dito sa Malacañan. Dito. Kaharap kami. Sabi niya. And he told us that he will hold us responsible as mayors in the matter of controlling crime and the massive proliferation of drugs. Ako naman, I was just a newly elected mayor. And I made a deal, unitary. Hindi ako basta I made a deal with everybody. I said to the criminals, go out of the city because I'm going to build one place that would be comfortable for everybody. At sa mga drogista, sinabi ko talaga. And I admit, without any excuses, I said, wag mo sirain ang bayan ko. Putang ina mo, papatayin kita. When I became president, I said the same thing. You know, until now, look at the crawlers, yung crawlers sa TV, yung tumatakbo ng linya dyan. Every day, yesterday, I lost a policeman again. It's really a war sa drugs. Just like Señalosa of Mexico, there's no government there. Ang kartel ang magsasabi kung sino ang maging mayor. And until now, ganon sa Mexico. Sabi ko, kung ako ang presidente, hindi ako magpayag. Maraming warning na ako. Tinawag ko rin yung mga mayor dito at huwag nila akong sisihin. Sinabi ko, if you go into drugs, tapos ka. Then I called the governors here. Sinarahan ko para walang makinig, para walang mapahiya. Sinabi ko, ganun rin. You know, it's all part of the dignity of our people. Na basta-basta ganunin na lang magsalita. And I was forced to come up with a Spartan style of governance. Yung hindi naniwala, namatay. But meantime, ako yun. I was the one who said, I will kill you. You know. But all of these things, it's just hubris. Sabi ko, hindi ako kailangan magyabang. Presidente na ako, mayor ako noon. And I said in Davao, I will build a city that would be comfortable to live in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to visit Davao. Kung napunta na kayo ng Davao, you can walk around 24 hours a day. And I guarantee you, nobody would molest you. Kaya that's the flip side of the story. It was all my desire to make my country peaceful. And my desire, since I was a prosecutor, talagang ganon. Why would I allow the criminals to take charge of the mobility of the people at night or day, na hindi sila makapasyal sa sarili nilang bayan? Baka the standard I gave to the police, simple lang. Ask your wife and daughter to walk around Davao City in all of the places. Ito sinasabi nila na delikado. Pag umuwi yan, unmolested, that walking around free, unbridled, undisturbed, and that is the kind of why would I allow the criminals to rule the streets? Yung hindi ko maintindihan, ipiskal ako, bakit ko payagan na ang kriminal ang maglalakad yan at ang inosente, mga trabahante, mga babae, those working at night, ang mabibiktima? Pag ginalaw, hahanapin talaga kita. Pagka gano'n, lalo na yung matagabangko, minsan may nangyari, well, di ba I assure you, he will pay. And he paid. Wala ako, I will restore your right to use the streets. I will free your mind from fear. Kaya po ako, siguro, hindi natalo. It was 10 elections all in all, excluding the presidency. Baka yan. Now, I am being made to answer. Yes, I will answer. My answer is, it's all about the dignity of my countrymen, of not being a victim, not being at yung sa sa Senate. If you think that we are a bunch of criminals, or if you think that the president is a killer, you are right. If you think that I am not a murderer, lahat ng tao, huwag inipit mo. I can be everything, but not with the malice in the mind. Tapos na. There is no malice. It was just a statement of my being the mayor and the president. Kaya kung hindi ko na natiis, sinasabi nila ganon, then yung visa, sabi ko naman, during the early days of when I had a tiff with Obama, namura ko si Obama, sinabi ko talaga, they asked a hypothetical question. If you are invited to the United States, will you go? No. And the same question was repeated many years after. My answer still, no. Hindi ako pupunta doon. As a matter of principle. Ayaw. Kaya yung ginawa ko na bigla lahat, not even the executive secretary, not even General Anyo, DILG. Walang nakaalam. Basta sinabi ko na lang. Sinabi ko lang, ang tanong ko lang sa armed forces, mabubuhay ba tayo kung wala ang Amerika? Can we fight the wars that we are sabi na, ganito yan. I will end this by just pricking you. Tayo isang bayan. It's a Republic of the Philippines. Do you need a powerful country, the most powerful country at that, United States of America? Do we need America to survive as a nation? Do we need America now to fight a rebellion in our country? Do we need their arms? Yung hawak-hawak ng mga rebelde, ininakaw lang nila yan sa mga sundalong pinatay nila. So I ask this question, I pose this question, kailangan ba natin ng Amerika, the might and power of the military of the United States to fight our rebellion here and the terrorists down south, uncontrolled drugs? We are doing it. Sila maraming sophisticated intelligence gadgets. Tayo wala. Mano-mano lang ito. So, but we are doing it. And the military and police said, sir, kaya natin. O sabi ko din. Kasi pag hindi natin kaya, we have no business being a republic. You might as well choose. We can be a territory of the Americans or we can be a province of China. Kung hindi natin kaya, ganon lang insurrection, kailangan mo ang Amerika. So, yan ang such that the flip side of everything. Kasi to si Duterte, magsabi sila na knee-jerk reaction. I am the most deliberate. That's why I sleep until almost, I'm awake until 6 o'clock. Just thinking of what I have to do the following day. Wala, you can, hindi mo pwede laruan ang Republika ng Pilipinas with a knee-jerk reaction. It's always what is good for our country and for our church. Itong droga, talagang papatayin ko to. I hope that the next 12 years would be critical. Uubusin ko talaga itong mga putang inan to. Alam mo, pagka hindi, ipasa mo sa next generation. And they are not miles away. They are not a distant star in our contemporary life. They are just there in the corner. Pag itong mga congressman, pag ako namatay, the next generation will take over. And if they have to contend para sa anak nila, kawawa. I am not trying to be I am not into heroics. Pero, hindi ko alam kung talagang makaya nila. Kasi kung ako, sa utak ko, nahihirapan ako, sino kaya ang susunod na? Yun lang, naisip ko. Apo ko, simple lang pag... No big talk. Well, my grandchildren, they are now 11, started with 1. I was only 1. Then I married. Then I separated. Then I married again. Ngayon, 30 na ang 12. Paano yan? Yung iba 24, 25. What will happen to them? What will happen if they cannot be nila kakayanin? Yan lang sabi ko. Wala na tayong pinag-usapan ng mga patriotism. Yung apo ko lang. Kawawa naman. Kung kaya ubusin nila, I hope that somebody will also one day rise and just slash the heads of. But me, you might call me brutal. Alam mo naman kung hindi ako naging abogado, hindi ako naging presidente, baka gun for hire rin ako palaban sa mga droga. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. President. May we request our President to please remain on stage for the photo opportunities with our awardees. May we now invite the first batch of awardees to please take their places, to please follow the cue of our coordinators. Thank you very much. To have a photo with the President. Again, this is the first batch. Thank you. May we ask the second batch to kindly prepare at the left side of the stage, where I am, please line up so that we may enter the stage and photo op area in an orderly manner. Thank you. Everybody smile, please. Thank you very much to the first batch. You may now exit to your right. Please exit to the right side of the stage as we now make way for the second batch of Ani ng Dangal awardees. You may now enter. You may now proceed to center stage. Second batch of Ani ng Dangal awardees. Thank you. Exit this side then, guys. May we request some of the awardees to please step on the risers? Thank you. There's a lot of room in the back. Smile for the photo, please. Again, please keep smiling. And now you may exit where you entered. Please exit stage left. A round of applause once again for the 12th Ani ng Dangal awardees. Thank you for an orderly photo opportunity with our President. Hindi, tumawid pa eh. May we request everyone to please remain seated until after the President has left the program venue. Thank you very much. And with that, thank you very, very much to President Rodrigo Roa Duterte for gracing this momentous event. We're very honored with your presence. Once again, everyone, please rise. Please take your seats. Once again, may we request even our NCCA officials to please remain seated. Please take your seats. Thank you.
boss? Meron?
Someone has to go there and tell them leave it. Hindi ko mahabol. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Republic of the Philippines. Kindly remain seated until after the President has left the program venue. And to our NCCA officials, please leave your red folders on your seats. Once again, to our NCCA officials, kindly leave the red folders on your seats. Please remain seated, ladies and gentlemen, until the President has left the program venue.
One at a time. So, what's first question?
CBN President Carlo Katigbak has apologized to you if you were offended over the airing of a controversial political ad. Are you accepting the apology of the ABS?
Well, tao lang rin ako. So, alam mo, I have kept a healthy distance from, it's now that they are deliberating in Congress, the lower house and the Senate. There's a plan that they would pass a joint resolution, something. But fundamentally, really, ang decision nasa House ngayon. Not so much of the Senate because the Constitution says all of these things must originate from the lower house. Yan ang ano. Forget about all this hula-baloo. Ang ano yan, nandyan sa house. The critical move is in the house. And I tell you, I am not going to interfere. Wala talaga ako. Kung maniwala kayo, okay. Kung hindi, but those who know me, alam nila.
But are you supportive of the franchise renewal of ABS?
No, I said I leave it to Congress.
How about the apology, sir? Are you accepting the apology?
Yes, ay nandyan yan. I accept the apology, of course.
So sir, will you also accept the 2.6 million
Anong
na sinusoli
nangyari sa
po
ano mo?
nila? Sa the Ash Wednesday.
Bakit gano'n?
Cross, sir. Sir, will you accept the 2.6 million na isinusoli ng ABS-CBN? Ito daw po kasi yung...
Bigyan na lang nila sa any charitable institution of their choice.
Sir, now that they apologized, are you keen on telling Solgen Garida of para i-atras, sir, yung co-warrant petition?
Ang problema kasi nitong sa Solgen, once he makes an official statement that there is a violation of law, then stop na ako. Parang stop ako. Hindi na ako makagalaw. I cannot tell him stop. The sergeant can always announce that there is a violation of law and that he is going to investigate it. Wala na akong hindi ko masabihan, do not do it, stop it. Yan ang problema sa sergeant. The sergeant does not clear with me, unlike the Secretary of Justice. He will call my attention or he will bring it up in the Senate, in the Cabinet. Ang sergeant, he studies and he goes to the public and say, there is a violation here. Hindi ko na mapigil yan. Otherwise, alam mo, kung sabihin mo may tao may kasalanan or there's a violation or any whatever that does not in consonance with law, wala talaga kung... Yan ang iba ang opisina ng Solgen kaysa Secretary of Justice. Ang Solgen mismo, hindi mo ano, if he makes an announcement during his office hours, yung ulo ni ma'am, may cross pa naman.
Sir, other topic, sir. Meron na po kayong decision kay Commissioner Morente po. Morente po. Immigration Commission.
I think there's going to be an investigation by Congress. I defer to Congress first before I make any decision.
So,
Ano, para walang masabi na ano. Kung ano man sabihin niya, nandyan siya at he tells the story from where he stands.
so mananatili po siya sa kanyang posisyon sa ngayon.
Wala akong gawin. Not yet. Not after the investigation. But I think the Secretary of Justice is also doing his homework. At kung sino lang mauna, but at least there is somebody who would tell me that these are the things that should not happen or should have happened.
Sir, dismayado po ba kayo dun sa pastillas scam? Dismayado ba?
Pastillas.
Yung ano, I am insisting on the ouster of all who are connected. I think we have terminated, but there will be more. I think meron atang napaalis na. But they should be replaced, all of them. And I am asking the Commissioner of the Civil Service na to give me a list of first grade nung nakapasa or those who have good records scholastically sa academic. Pwede niyang pala ng pangalan. I will replace almost all of them yung nasa customs.
Sir, may plano po ba kayo i-review ang POGO policy? I-review ang pagpasok ng mga POGOs dito?
I will wait for this thing to settle down. I will not investigate when there's a flurry of, actions being taken here and there, and also with the investigations of China. It would be prudent for me, I think, to just wait.
Directives for African swine fever, because I understand you had a meeting yesterday.
Yes,
po.
I asked the Secretary of Agriculture to come up with a protocol how to control. For example, pag lumabas yan in those who are declared freed of the swine flu, matatakan talaga so that they can travel. Kasi yung iba ayaw pa ipadaan eh. They do not allow the cargoes of the pork meat to pass the highways that traverse the local government units. Magulo yan. So kung may tatak na, yung wala, at mayroon pa yung swine fever, di wag na muna.
Sir, directive po sa COVID-19, 2019, may travel ban po sa Korea.
I don't know.
Next, sir,
yung travel ban sa South Korea kanina, will you expand because of COVID-19?
Hindi kita nakuha mo.
Yung COVID-19, sir. Kanina
Yung corona na lang.
Opo, yung corona. Will you expand yung travel ban? Kasi meron
Ban?
Opo.
No, I cannot do that. No country can do that. If the guy is healthy, why would you? You cannot do that. There cannot be a total travel ban, and you do not allow anybody to enter the. You are going to lock down the entire Philippines for that. It ain't that way. And for those who are healthy, they should come in. And for those who have been identified from other countries, then that is the time that we can raise the objection of his entry. But walang previous, or cured, and they have passed the 14 days, 15 days, sequestration. Okay naman siguro. But me personally, if you ask me, my answer now is I cannot do it. I will not allow travel from.
Sir, yung sa Hong Kong and Macau, what are your plans? Hong Kong and Macau and China?
My plans about what?
Coronavirus pa rin, sir, yung travel. May pinag-partial listing na sa Hong Kong and Macau.
I will leave it to the DOH and the guys who are in charge of it, whether it would be safe or not to do it. I am not a medical person. I'm a lawyer. So what a lawyer should do before making any decision is really to consult the expert. The expert in this case is the DOH.
Hi sir,
Anything else?
good evening po. Yung sa pagkamatay po ng mother ni...
Where are you?
Sir, regarding dun sa pagkamatay ng mother ni Vice President Leni Robredo, kayo po ba'y pupunta sa wake po niya, sir?
I never read time. I just came in from Davao, but I sent I conveyed my condolences. And, well, the flowers, kasali man sa kultura natin yan. We do it with flowers.
Last post, sir. Nakausap niyo ba sa personally or through phone? I mean?
No, but I'd like to say now that I am sad, and I share his grief. I also lost a father once upon a time.
Personally po, ngayon nag-apologize sila. Are you now keen on supporting its renewal?
Wala akong, basta sabi ko, tinatanggap ko na yun. Wala akong kinausap. Magtanong kayo, there are about 200 of them. And you can ask anybody. And if there is a congressman who would say, if it is true, I will resign. I never really called anybody about this. Even before, wala akong kinausap na tao dito.
But Mayor, kapag nakarating sa table ninyo, for example, yung bill, will you sign it?
I will cross the bridge when I am there. Maybe I will call the media to help me out. It would be a difficult decision, really. So I will.
Okay, thank you,
I'll
Mayor.
cross the bridge when I'm there.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, pumalit kay Ina sa Trisha.
Hi, sir. Good evening po. I'm Trish Pop from CNN Philippines. I also covered you, sir, before during the campaign. Deliver po ko ni Ina back then.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
May